right. I think we're live. Happy Friday, everybody. Let's see if I can find me on these other devices. Where's my microphone? It's close, but it's not on. That should help the sound. There we go. All right. Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. There we go. I've found Facebook. Awesome. See if I can find YouTube. Are you guys ready for the weekend? I sure am. All right, there we go. I think it's looking pretty good. All right. When you guys get here, say hello. I have got a card that I promised. We're going to do shortcut card sketch number 10. And this is the card that my paper people received with their spring catalog paper sampler. So now it's been long enough. It's not a spoiler anymore, but I did promise a video. Hey, Bonnie. Bonnie's watching from work. Thumbs up and shared. We'll keep it down, Bonnie. We'll keep it to a low roar. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for sharing. If you guys have friends that you think would like this content, maybe you have stampers that you hang out with that love card sketches. Did you know that we have 12 card sketches like these on the Kitchen Table Stamper blog? They're PDF downloads. They're entirely free. There's 12 of them. So if you stamp with friends that love sketches, tag them. That's going to be the mission today. And there will be, for one person who tags a friend, every friend you tag is going to be another entry into the drawing. There will be a drawing today for, let's do $20 store credit at kitchentablestamper.com/shop. So we have a ton of tutorials, PDF card classes, digital products, online classes, printables. We have a whole bunch of stuff at kitchentablestamper.com, and we're going to do a product credit in the store, $20 for any online class or PDF or download or tutorial that you want. Okay? So if you know somebody who loves card sketches, tag them. If you share the video, anybody that you know on your friends list that likes this content or it would be value to, please share. Let's see here. Hey, Mimi, I'm glad you're here. And Barbara, hello. Let's see here. Hello from Henderson, Nevada. Hi, Colleen. Carol says hello from Connecticut. Thank you for sharing. Betty, I'm glad you're here. This is Betty's first time live. Everybody, this is Betty. Betty, we're glad you're here. We hope that you'll join us again. We're live every Friday at noon and every other Thursday at 2. That's Central Time. How'd you find us, Betty? Can I ask? Let's see here. I've got a card sketch today for you guys. Shortcut card sketch number 10. It's one of our most recent releases. There's 12 card sketches. This is number 10. And this is the card that I made for everybody who ordered the paper sampler from the spring catalog. So I've been holding it back so that it wasn't a spoiler. And we're going to make this one today. There is already part of our treat box series, this matching treat box on the blog at kitchentablestamper.com, and I'll link these together so you can check out the matching treat box if you like. The treat box it's Nature's Sweetness. I don't know if you guys have seen this suite of products and if it's caught your attention, but it's botanicals. The one that we're using today is almond, so it's perfect for these individually wrapped Madeline cookies. I got those at Costco. And with the almond being the floral, it's just such an elegant set. but it's the perfect way to give elegant chocolate, vanilla, or almond treats. Let me show you. So it's one of those mega sweets. So this is lovely and sweet. And this is where the image that we're using today is from. This is almond, this is cacao. So for your chocolate treats, and then vanilla. Lovely and Sweet has a coordinating die set that cuts out the images, but also does a cool tag, this cool label that we're going to use today, and then some leaves and flowers. It's really fun die set, so that one's lovely and sweet. And then the coordinating bundle, we're using that one today too, is Notes of Nature. We're going to get our background and sentiment from this stamp set. Got some flashing lights, and I'm not sure why, you guys. I hope it settles down, and I hope it's not bothering anybody. They're kind of flickering. This is the Notes of Nature dies, and if you're a Card Club for Cool People member, we used these dies for your card kit because they're just so cool. We used this long vine. We used the branch that we're using today. Here's the little leafy branch. So you'll get to play with this die set in action. We cut all these pieces for you for our Card Club members, and so we used this one. So you'll get to see these two die sets really good in action and play with them if you're Card Club members. We finished all that die cutting yesterday and packed all the card kits. Moving right along, but it's really nice to see the same product that you'll be using, the dies that you'll be using in your Card Club kit, in a completely different way, kind of more elegant. And there it is. All right, so that's our product today. Let me check out some comments. I see that you guys are all starting to find me. That's awesome. Happy Friday, everybody. Jan says that she shared. I love it. Thank you. Leah says, I can't wait to see what you come up with today. And welcome, Betty. Marisa is so much fun to watch. Oh, thank you. Thank you for welcoming each other. You guys are the best community. All right, Nancy says, greetings to all from chilly Wheaton. Hope you're all staying warm. Yeah, it's so great today. Yesterday was chilly, but it was so blue and sunshiny. Today is a little gray. Jan says, I love this sweet so much. It's gorgeous. Isn't it really beautiful? Now, my next challenge to myself is going to be to try to pull the stamp sets out of the suite. You know what I mean? This is the Designer Series paper. I'm using this one here too. It's very neutral. It's white and gray and gold and Pebble Path Pecan Pie. I want to try to pull these out of that neutral color scheme. And that'll be my next challenge to myself. Let me show you these really quick. Give people a little bit more time to find us too. So very neutral, as you can see reflected in my projects. But I'd like to pull them out and do something with some vibrance. That's the paper. All right, because I think it would pair well with some more tropical colors, some greens like Granny Apple Green, Lemon Lime Twist. Maybe a little bit brighter pinks. I don't know. It would be a good challenge. If anybody's got this bundle and wants to take me up on that challenge, make some projects with some brighter colors, maybe a different Designer Series paper. Share on the Craft Social. Happy Friday, Julie. There's so much talking in between you guys. Oh, look at you. Hey, thank you for tagging your friends, Tony. Everybody who's tagging friends today, if you know people on Facebook, or if you want to share this with your friends that might enjoy the printable resources that we have a shortcut card sketch number 10 today, but there's 12 sketches and they're free on my blog. So I'm looking for maybe today, if you would tag friends that you think would like this content or these resources, I will put you in a drawing for a $20 store credit. So kitchentablestamper.com/shop. There is just a wealth of products there, PDF card classes, online classes, tutorials. Let me show you guys real quick right before we get started here. I'm gonna go to there and then there. All right, so you should be seeing my screen. This is kitchentablestamper.com/shop. You can just click the Kitchen Table Stamper store here if you're from the home. And in here, under category, you'll find that there are 70 online classes. We just started making PDF card classes, different printables. There's 80 tutorials. So there's just a ton of inspiration and learning on here. So we're going to give a $20 credit to somebody who tags friends to the store. And so here's the online classes. And you can see there's 70 of those to choose from. We have quite a history. And if you are familiar with the blog, then you'll know kind of the quality of our classes. They've gotten better as we've gone along. This is a fun one too. If you see something that you like from kind of back on memory lane, like older bundles or something, you'll see how far we've come at Kitchen Table Stamper and producing classes and product sheets and materials and everything. But all of it is still really great content. Here's our tutorials. There's 80 tutorials to choose from. So lots of stuff that you can order here. I'm not even sharing my screen. Oh my gosh, hold on. You guys, somebody should have told me. You probably did. All right, let me get back. Okay, so this is a Kitchen Table Stamper store. And if you go to the product filter over here on the side menu, let's make sure. I'm gonna check on my software, make sure I'm sharing my screen this time. Oh yeah, I am. I don't know why you guys keep putting up with me. Technology challenged. All right, the credit that we're giving away today is going to be good for any of our digital resources. So our online classroom, you can see there's 70 different classes here that we've produced over the years. If you go into something that's a little bit older, like remember Balloon Adventures, you'll definitely see how we've grown as a thing, because Kitchen Table Stamper is a we, so you'll see good content here in all these classes. And then we've got 8 pages, so you can apply your credit to an online class, or you can apply your credit to PDF. We just released our first 4 PDF card classes. There's more coming, by the way. So PDF store here, these are our PDF card classes. 3 card classes and a treat class, and there's more card classes coming. And then tutorials, we have 80 tutorials, and so depending, you'll find some of them are kind of themed, Mother's Day or Father's Day or Christmas. Some of them are like our Just Stampin' tutorials are based on either a sketch or a treat box template or a color combination. There's kind of a challenge in there. If you go back to some of my older PDF tutorials are in here. So it'll be fun. Just if you know somebody who would like the content, tag them, especially if you know somebody who enjoys card sketches, because that's what we're doing today. And then since I've got you guys here, let me show you from the front page. If you're looking for the card sketches, just go down the right-hand menu here, and where it says categories, you can hit the drop down there and then scroll to the bottom, and you'll see here's all the shortcut card sketches 1 through 12. And if you just click on, say, shortcut card sketch number 1, it'll pull up all the ideas that I have to share with shortcut card sketch number 1. And then when you click on any of these ideas, you can just roll down to the bottom and print all those resources. All right, so hopefully that helps you find your card sketches too, especially if you're new. Maybe you just got tagged and you're wondering what it's all about. That's where you find the card sketches. They're PDF downloads. You can take this PDF then and share it, or save it to your computer, make a file, and you can have a digital copy, or you can print it, or you can be like me and you can print it and laminate it. I laminate them and then put them in a binder. All right, so that's a little bit about that. And I really do. I appreciate when you recommend me to your friends like that. I know it's a big deal, and I super appreciate it. Nancy says that she'll testify to that they're great card classes. Hey, thank you for the testimonial. We've definitely come a long way. I've always offered the very best that we could absolutely offer. So even the older ones, there's videos and pictures and project sheets and everything you need. But you'll see if you if you've been with us for a long time, you probably can testify to we've come a long way. But there's so much resources there. There might be a bundle that you've had sitting on the shelf, and you see a class that you like. But we're giving away $20 credit at the end of this to anybody who tags friends. Okay, so if you let's see here. Let me catch up on these comments. We're going to make a card. Honestly, it's a pretty simple card. It looks really wow, but it is pretty simple. We'll link to the matching treat box. Let me get that out of there. Thank you, Teresa, for tagging your friends. Hey, Gian, I'm glad you're here. Kathy says, love this bundle, right? It's so elegant, but it's also fun because it's sweet. You can use it for all your sweetie treaties. Let's see here. No desktop is showing. Uh-oh. Hopefully everything caught up with itself after. Oh, goodness. One of these days I'll get good at technology. You know what the problem is? I was thinking as I got started today, I was like, hey, that was pretty easy. That's why my desktop wasn't showing at first, because I got too confident. All right. Let's see here. Betty says, I have this set and I've been playing around with it. If you've got things that you like to share, Betty, Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social. It's our group on Facebook, facebook.com/groups/Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social. We'd love to see what you make with it. All right, let's see here. Barbara says first time also from Oregon. Yes, we're glad you're here. How'd you find us, Barbara? I asked Betty that too. Let's see if I got some. Just gave my friend a complete card sketchbook I printed for her. She loves it and said it was the best gift ever. That is so cool. Thank you for sharing. I've been doing exclusive card sketches for our card club, and I'll tell you that we're going to be doing more email exclusive sketches also. So if you love the sketches, there's more opportunities in our email list and in our card club for exclusive sketches. All right, let's get painting. Should we get painting? Because we got to paint these leaves. I'm not going to paint the whole thing. I'll let you know. I did do mine ahead, and they're all nice and dry because I like them to be dry when I die cut them. So we've got one that's already ready, but let me show you what I did here. I've got Pebbled Path ink, and I'm going to stamp my botanical with Pebbled Path. So it's a classic ink pad, and I am going to watercolor with the re-inkers. So what I'll do is I'll stamp this on the basic white. And you guys, I don't know if you have this. New demonstrators could get it in their starter kit, the glass mat. And demonstrators could pre-order it for a little while. The U.S. market did run out before pre-order was over. But oh my goodness, I love this thing. Look at that image. I get the best impressions with this. This is the Glass Mat Studio, and it is free with a starter kit right now. You can do $99 starter kit, $125 of product plus the Glass Mat Studio, which also includes this awesome palette that we're going to use. Or you can do $99, $125 of product plus a $30 product bonus if you don't want the studio, but I love it. The only complaint I have is that my lights reflect off of it a little bit too much for videos, but I love using it. Like when I'm crafting, I'm using it. All right, I took my re-inkers and put a couple of drops in the palette here. And I've got my aqua painter. I'm going to take one of these that's entirely dry because we're gonna watercolor, and I don't want to disturb the pigments from the outline. So what we're gonna do is, after it's completely dry, we're going to take a few drops of color, drip them into the palette, and then I'm going to go straight into the drops, and I'm going to just really load the tip of my brush with the ink. And this one is Lost Lagoon. And I find that I get more vibrant, more saturated colors if I don't water it down a lot. So I don't squeeze any water in there. I just pick it up full strength on the brush and then kind of dab off. And then when I'm coloring, I'm going to, my brush is even a little bit more wet than I'd like it to be. So I'm going to keep a paper towel next to me, get some of the water out of that brush. Because when you water it down, you lose some of the saturation. It gets a little gray or a little bit, I don't know how to explain it really. You just lose some of the saturation in there. I'm going to show you the blueberries that I did for Card Club for Cool People, and I'll show you what I mean, because you can really see how vibrant it is when you use that full saturation of the ink instead of squeezing the water in there. I know a lot of people in their watercolor and they squeeze the water in there. I also use basic white cardstock. I don't mess around with watercolor paper. I find that it's rather expensive, and I like the full saturation that I get from a nice inky brush that's not too wet. When I'm coloring, I put the most saturation kind of at the base of the leaf, and then as I move out from the base, I go down the center of the leaf and then spread out from there. So what you get is, this one's such a good example of it, you get your hardest shadows at the base of the leaf. It comes up the leaf a little bit darker, and then as you get to the edges, and that just happens naturally as the ink works its way off the brush. So I'm just going little kind of dabby circles, and kind of in small, you can see it's very saturated at the base, and then as I'm moving away from the base, it's very, it gets lighter and lighter as the ink works its way out of the brush. All right, so I'm not going to color this one entirely. I'm just going to show you each element with a couple of tips. So we're going to move to the pecan pie here. We're going to do these almonds, and I'm going to start going along kind of the seam and then work from the corners. And as I work from the corners, you'll see that it's getting lighter. And then I'll move to the center, leave a little highlight, and then I'll pick up just a little bit more ink and work those shadows back in there. But don't paint everything to medium. That's what I have to fight all the time when I'm using Stampin' blends or watercoloring. I tend to want to blend everything to medium, and if you're like me, you gotta fight and resist that. You want your shadows, like at the extremes of this almond, to be nice and dark, and leave the highlight. Don't paint it in. I'm always very tempted to paint it in, blend everything to medium. And then for the flowers, I'm going to pick up the ink, and then I'm going to kind of dab off because I want it to be light. I'll start at the center of the flower with a little bit more intensity, and then work off the paint a little bit and move out to the edge. And I'm not going to color pink all the way to the ends of the petals. I'm actually going to let it like fade out to white, so we get a very pastel look with those white highlights in there. And so once you've got your almond all painted, you'll set it aside and let it dry, and then we're going to die cut it. So here's my dry one. Let's see here. Oh, Barbara says she found me because I popped up on her screen. That's awesome. That means the Facebook algorithm is doing something good for us. I'm glad you're here. Let's see here. How are we doing on the Facebook comments? I like to go back on YouTube and watch some of your older videos. I'll say you've come a long way, baby. Thanks, Nancy. All right, I'm looking on OBS here. We're doing good. We're gonna grab our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and cut this out. Let's see, I need this guy in here. And then pop over. All right, so let's see. What do I want to ask you guys about this time? I didn't have a question all thought up. I mean, it usually goes around to candy or weather. What are you guys doing this weekend? Anybody got big weekend plans? We're actually trying, Max and I, we decided that we're grounded this weekend until we get our taxes together. Oh man. Anybody else struggling with that right now? Let's see. I want to go. Hey YouTube, do me a favor. I'm going to close and go out of YouTube because my YouTube's stuck on a loop. So I'm going to go back in, but give me some comments over on YouTube, especially. Let me know what you guys are up to because my YouTube is behaving all wonkadoodle. All right, so I got that die cut. Let's see. All right. That's better. Christina says hi. Mimi says working fine here. And Bonnie says, love this card, so pretty. All right, thank you guys. That's exactly what I needed. I need to see some real comments because it's really distracting when you're just watching yourself loop and loop and loop. All right, now, weekend plans. Mimi says making vegetable soup and house cleaning. Oh my gosh, I need to do some laundry so bad. I've got towels going right now. We defrosted the freezer, Desi and I, Wednesday maybe, and I need to do some towels. All right. Making vegetable soup sounds good too. What else? Anybody else got some fantastical weekend plans? I am going to try maybe, well, I should bring my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine back in here before I spread out. I'm going to try maybe to, besides try and get our accounting together for tax time, I'm going to try maybe to play with a couple of bundles that I got. I bought so much from this holiday catalog. All right, so whether you want to share what your big weekend plans are or tell me, because if you're anything like me, I bought more from this spring catalog than I have been able to use because I love it. Everything about this catalog is so good. What bundles have you purchased but not inked yet? All right, so 2 questions: weekend plans, bundles, or stamp sets, or sweets. All right, I'm gonna cut that little binder edge on this piece of basic white cardstock. So this is 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm cutting the binding edge right along the edge of the, let's see if I can get the glare off of there, the edge of the paper, and I'm just using the little excess right here, making sure that my binding is going to be cut straight across instead of uphill or downhill. So with the little line like that, just a little bit, see, it's a good way to get that all level. Good? You guys see what I was saying? I had no words for it, but hopefully you saw what I was doing. This little margin right here As long as this is the same width, this will run down your paper straight, okay? And I love this binder edge. So we did that one, and now let's take a look. Now we can spread out our pieces. All right, this guy is shortcut card sketch number 12 if you're just, or 10 if you're just joining us. I'm gonna keep calling it shortcut card sketch 12, but this is 10. So we're gonna take a look at our card sketch. A is 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4, and I have pebbled path. And then B is 4 by 5 1/4, and I have basic white with that awesome edge. C is 1 1/4 by 4 3/4. I've got some of that gorgeous paper. Same pattern, 1/2 by 4 3/4. Now E and F on the sketch are represented as layered, matted rectangles. I'm going to, because I feel like it, crafty girls do what they want, I'm switching out E and F rectangles for our botanical and this gold foil sprig. So there's E and F. G is any shape of your choice. And I've got the label cut from pecan pie. And then 5/8 by 2.5, I think, of basic white for my sentiment. All right, so that's our sketch parts. Let's get some stamping here. All right, I need, uh-oh, I rolled my cart all the way across the room. Hold on. Let's get this guy back in here. My ink pads are pecan pie and pebbled path. Nancy says I get to play with my friend Jan tomorrow and Monday, bank holiday. Oh my goodness, you two are party animals. That sounds fabulous to me, by the way. Hey Dolores, I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Dolores says, beautiful card, and hooray, no fussy cutting. It's so funny that you say that too, because I was talking about yesterday how Card Club for Cool People is blueberries, and there isn't any dye for the blueberries. So I told everybody, I said, if you are getting the Card Club for Cool People kit and you don't want to fussy cut blueberries, instead grab like this bundle, and of course you color it a little bit brighter to go with the paper and the card bases, but this one could substitute for it just fine, and then you have a die cut instead of fussy cutting. So I get it. I know I love to fussy cut, but that doesn't mean that everybody loves it. It's my happy place, if I'm being honest. Oh, and then since we're got the blueberries in here, this is the blueberries colored with the same method with the re-inkers and the aqua painter. It's blueberry bushel, lemon lime twist for the leaves, and then the leaves have just a touch of granny apple green to get those shadows a little bit deeper, and that's it. But you can see you get this really vibrant effect. Now these are a little bit more neutral colors, but you still get good saturation with that technique. All right, so my goodness, rabbit trail. That's what happens on live though. Nancy says, that's why we're here, for the great tips and tricks. Yeah, all the stuff that comes out while we're chit-chatting that doesn't come out in the pre-recorded video. Oh, you guys, speaking of the pre-recorded video, there will be a pre-recorded video for this one. I think tomorrow, because yesterday I pooped out before I finished posting yesterday's blog post. So if you're looking for the cow box we made yesterday, that has been posted this morning. This one will go on scheduled post for tomorrow. And you guys, when I was doing the pre-recorded video, poor Elena, I don't know if Elena's here. Elena's my lovely assistant, and she edits my videos for me. I'm making the video, and I put glue on the wrong side of the designer series paper. And then after I put the glue on the wrong side of the designer series paper, well, I put one piece down, and then the bigger piece, and then I put the glue on the wrong side of the skinny piece, and then I had to go get the paper to cut me a new piece so I could put the glue on the right side of the paper. And then when I got the glue on the right side of the skinny piece, I put the skinny piece down, and the wide piece was too far from the binding, and I was covering my background stamping too much, and I had to peel it off and move it all over. I was so glad that was a pre-recorded one and not a live one. Okay, I need a little bit of scratch paper here so that I can protect my work surface. So I'm just going to grab, because I have this next to me, I have the More to Celebrate flyer. We're going to use that for a minute because we're going to stamp off the edge. My field notes piece is where I'm going to start, because it's kind of the anchor of this background stamping that we're going to do. And this background stamping that we're going to do just kind of blends so nicely into the designer series paper and makes it look like one big collage. So we're going to stamp this one about an inch down from the top and all the way to the right, just a little bit off the right even. Oh, that's so beautiful. I didn't use the glass mats when I did the pre-recorded video either, and let me tell you, the impressions are much better with the mat underneath. And then we're gonna go pebble path and add a little spatter over the top. I think I switch around then and do this there. And now we've got our collage stamping. Well, we got the ink pads. Let's grab our piece for the greeting and do that too. The greeting is also pebbled path. And all these little elements are from that same Notes of Nature stamp set. Okay, get that one on there. Center. Little note to say hello. I love the mixed fonts. All right, now let's get these out of here. That is a dang, I'm late. What a pretty card. Oh, don't worry, Natalie. I'll have a replay as soon as we're done, and tomorrow I'll have a pre-recorded video and project sheet for you. And there's also a matching treat box. You might have seen this before. I'll link to that on the blog too. So there's going to be lots of stuff going on with this. I'm glad you like it. The almond dark chocolate biscotti would be good treats for that stamp set. It sure would. Oh my gosh, I might have to redo my biscotti box. Girl, I need to craft more. All right, I need these two parts right now. Then I'm going to put these right here. This is the side the glue goes on. Sorry, you guys. Was that too much? Some things just don't need to be shared, I guess. Oh, man. Let's see here. Dolores says, you're a great fuzzy cutter. Me, not so much. I got a lot of practice, but it still takes something, you know? It's either you got kind of a dexterity for it or you don't. That's the nice part about the dies, right? And there's always a substitute. Truly, there's always a substitute. You, like, even the blueberries, I keep showing this one because we're doing the card with it, but there's so many stamp sets that have a leafy botanical feel and have a die. You know, there's no reason to fussy cut if you don't want to this day and age. Now, if it's your therapy, then I suggest lots of fussy cutting because it's totally my therapy. I do love to fussy cut. I've got some blueberries behind me, and what I'll do is after I do this video, but before I go back to other work and other jobs, I'll just sit and fussy cut them because it's a good like transition activity for me. I really do love to fussy cut. Sorry, you guys, I got a little booger in my glue. All right, I don't even know. I'm lying. I don't have a little booger in my glue. I had a big booger in my glue. That was terrible. All right, let's get some liquid glue. I'm not gluing down the corners. If you like them, lay down flat, then go all the way to the corners. I roll my corners up a little bit on this one. I think it kind of fits with the style. And then we're gonna put a little angle and burnish that down. You can go all the way to the edges if that's what you like. And then look at this. I got the the correct side for the glue, up. I'm gonna add a little glue. Denise says, love the colors on this card. Aren't they beautiful with the neutrals and the gold? And then that little pop of green and pink. I don't know, it's a good one. I really enjoyed making these. I made these for everybody who did my spring catalog paper sampler for as long as we can handle it. We're doing all right still, but for as long as we can handle it, we do and we will add handmade cards to all of our packets. So like if you're a card club member or you get the samplers, we like to make you a card. And so this is the one we made for all of our paper sampler people. So I've been holding off on it because I didn't want to spoil the surprise. And it was also Shortcut Card Sketch 10, which was introduced to our paper sampler people. I'm having the hardest time getting YouTube comments. I really hate it because the best part of this is hanging out with you guys. Let's see if I can see my YouTube comments over here any better. No, YouTube is acting crazy for me. I hope you guys are doing all right if you're watching on YouTube. All right, let me try going out of there again. And go back in there again. All right, I'm gonna get these guys with some dimensionals. Got my almond, my pecan pie label. Put some dimensionals. Oh, I hear my first load of laundry of the day just finished. See, already getting weekend goals crushed. This is there, and now I'm going to put the leather trim behind, and it's kind of bulky. So what I'm doing is I'm going to put my dimensionals so that I leave kind of a channel down the middle, so it's all lifted, and then the trim will fit right in down there. Oh, there we go. I'm so glad it's not affecting you guys on YouTube. I did get the comments back again. Elaine says so pretty. Mimi says everything's fine, and Bonnie says everything's fine. That's good. It's so distracting. Ooh, Bonnie says I purchased the lavender suite and I'm not used it yet. Oh, game on, Bonnie. I did the same thing. I have it. I have the paper. I got the whole suite and haven't touched it yet. I thought, oh, how good would that be for making some treats, you know, maybe like I don't know, there's so many different lavender bath products, or like potpourri seed packets. So hopefully I'll have some inspiration for you. A good bundle, right? Good suite of products. I'm gonna have full confession here. I am not very good at designing with the color purple. So I loved it, the suite, but I wondered how good I will be at using it. So yeah, me too. I want to do a craft weekend so bad because yes, that is one that I have not touched yet. Had to have it. Teresa says, I try not to think about taxes until March. I have such a mess on my hands right now that I need to get started. It really, it's bad. It's bad. I'm not good at keeping up on the stuff. Becky says, I'll watch the replay. Thanks from Kansas. I'll have a replay for you soon. Let's see here. I'm pulling a knot in the end of my trim here. This is the faux leather trim, and I don't know how well the camera's gonna pick it up, but we're gonna take a look and see. Oh, right there is pretty good. So it's kind of a pecan pie color faux leather, but it's got this gold shimmer finish on it that is just so cool. So I've tied a knot, and then I'm going to kind of audition about how long I want it and cut it off. And then I've also got my glue dot somewhere. Okay, and then I'm going to put a glue dot on the knot. And now that's all ready to go. Let's get I've lost my little gold guy. Here's my gold guy. Get the dimensionals off of this, and we're going to put this one on. So this is, if you're just joining us, this is Shortcut Card Sketch number 10, and this is the E and F layer for my card. So on the sketch, it's 2 rectangles, like matted rectangles, but I want to encourage you, when you get these sketches, do what you want with them. So instead of E rectangle, I've got my almond. Instead of F, a smaller rectangle, I've got my leaves. So really, the sketches are here. I put right on it, like the little motto on it is, these sketches are meant to be a help in your card making. I hope they give you confidence to jump right in and craft. Feel free to rotate or mirror the design. And really just take it as far as you want to take it. We've got rectangles depicted for you in the sketch, but that doesn't mean that your elements have to be anything the same shape that I have. Or sizes. Maybe your design works with a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller size. So for me, my E and F are leaves and flowers. And so I've got my E and F. And then G is any shape of your choice for your sentiment. So I've got my pecan pie, and the dimensionals are sticky, and my trim. I'm going to lay down my trim with the little knot and make sure I like that placement before I push it down, burnish it down too hard. And then I'll add my pecan pie label. And then this side needs a little trim. And so does this side. There we go. Now this, I'm going to put another glue dot behind there just because I don't know how you guys feel about it. It can, you know, flop around there, but I kind of want it to sit where I want it to sit, so I'm going to glue it where I want it to sit. Like yesterday we had a little tiny tag, and I tied the tag onto the ribbon, but that wasn't good enough. I didn't want to flop around. I like to put things where I want them to be. So I've got a rolled up glue dot. I don't know if it's going to focus on that. And I'm going to stick that glue dot right to the trim. I keep wanting to call it twine. And now I've got it on the take your pick tool, and I can put it exactly where I want it to be and stick it down, and now it's there. I don't want it to flap in the breeze. Says a lot about me, doesn't it? Bonnie said, I found lavender Rice Krispie treats. What? Where? Oh, as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to go like Googling for that. Are they lavender flavor, or is it? I know lavender's a big baking flavor. How cool is that? Oh, I can't wait to see. Bonnie, you have to share with us in the craft social. Jan says, design cards with a pretty peacock color in lavender sweet and touches of purple. Ooh, that sounds like, see, that's a brilliant strategy, because I am better with Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock, Pool Party, Coastal Command. I tend towards those cool colors, blues and green blues especially. That's a brilliant suggestion, GM. All right, let's see what else. I still have to add my little dingles, but then we'll be done. We're almost there. Don't forget, kitchentablestamper.com is where you can grab those printable resources. Tomorrow, I'll have a printable project sheet for this for you. Let's find my dingles here. My dingles today are adhesive back cork rounds. These are so awesome. They're part of this suite. And I wasn't sure. I said, I think when I was doing the treat box that matches this, that I wasn't sure about them. I ordered them because I needed convincing. I've been through probably 7 packages of these. I'm about to finish one up right here. They are just so cool. They're really neat. They add just the right texture and dimension. They're such high quality. I love them. All right, so that's our dingle. And that is our card for today, you guys. Thanks for putting up with me. Oh, all right, you guys. I am going to. Kathy said tingles. That cracks me up every time you say it. I can't help it. That's so, I don't know, that's what they are in my mind. Even the cork ones, like the cork ones wouldn't dingle. They're kind of squishy and soft, but they're still dingles to me. All right, let's see. What do I need to talk to you guys about? I don't know. There's so much going on. Card Club for Cool People, 20th is our target date for the content to drop, but we're gonna try this afternoon. And Elena and I, one of the things we want to try to get done is the email to our Card Club for Cool People, so that you can get yourself in the online classroom. All right, so you got to get into the online classroom and then access the content. So we're going to open the classroom and just populate the content as we go. So look out for that email. We're here throughout the day to help you out after you get that, and then we'll be back Monday to help anybody get into the classroom who hasn't. About the 20th, the content will populate in there. So that's housekeeping for our Card Club. Let's see here. What else have we got going on? If you missed yesterday's live, there's now a project sheet and a pre-recorded video and blog post. Go check out this guy. And this is the spoiler for March Card Club for Cool People. So go check that one out. You've got until the 5th to join us, subscribe for Card Club. And next month we're featuring the cutest cows. Tori says, beautiful card, love it. This is your last chance here to tag a friend. If you have friends that you can think of that would love to, that love card sketches, tag them. And you can be in our drawing for $20 store credit. We're gonna do that this afternoon. There's 12 card sketches to collect, and maybe you know somebody who would like to collect them. So tag them, and we'll post that this evening. You can use the $20 store credit for any online class, any PDF class, any tutorials, any digital product you like, all right? It says you're a silly dingle, Marisa. I know. Sometimes I'm surprised about the things that I say out loud. Oh, man. I do crack myself up. I'm the best time I've ever had. Haley says this card is great. I'm glad you like it. I'll have a project sheet for you, post on the blog tomorrow. Deepa says, so pretty. Hey, Deepa, happy Friday. Jessica said, lovely card. Thank you. All right, you guys. Thank you for joining me this weekend. I love that you spend time with me. I think that the best compliment that you can pay is when you share these videos. If you're not already a subscriber on the YouTube channel, please subscribe. It's just clicking a button. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does help me. We found, who did we find today? Bonnie and Barbara, because you guys subscribe, like, comment, share. You guys, by doing those things, tell YouTube and Facebook that this is interesting content, and that's how we find new friends. So welcome to everybody who's just joining us. We had a couple today, and I'm really so glad you're here. I'll go back and look through the comments as we look for people who have tagged friends. Thank you for all the ways that you help spread the word and help me find new crafty friends. Bonnie says, I must have the cutest cow bundle. It's so stinking cute. Isn't it so good? I'm having more fun with this than should be allowed. But I'm going to be very honest. I'm all about the little rooster. You see that guy? Let's see if I can get my camera to focus on him. Well, maybe if I stayed still. There. The cow's cute, but the rooster's kind of the boss there. We'll be featuring the cutest cows next month for Card Club. All right, you guys, I am out. I've got thank you cards to make for my Card Club for Cool People. When you guys see it, it's so cute. My thank you card, so cute. I'll do a video. It's Shortcut Card Sketch. Which one did I use this time? I used Shortcut Card Sketch number 11 or 12, I think, for my thank you card. So I'll definitely do a video so you guys can get some more inspiration with the newer Shortcut Card Sketches. All right, everybody have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate and love that you spend time with me. And the best compliment you can pay me is tagging your friends, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you for that. It is helping to grow the channel. Everybody who's been sharing and listening to me talk about this, the proof is totally in the pudding today as we welcome some brand new crafty friends. So thank you for doing the work to get me out there in front of other people. It really is, I don't know, it's just precious to me. So have a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.